Excuse me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read over this. I have not read this yet. To my knowledge, this came out probably this morning. I saw it on MMO Champion or somewhere. I forgot where I saw that. But I have not read this yet. Haven't seen any videos. So this is going to be my take on it, fresh, going over with you guys. So right now, Dragonfly Preview 9 Professions, there are 213 comments. We're going to do the comments too. We're going to do those, of course, last. So let's jump right into it. With Dragonflight development in full swing, you will soon get a chance to try out the new and updated profession system in World of Warcraft. This system has been designed to provide greater depth and engagement, allowing you, the crafters of Azeroth, they're talking to me right there, crafter. Yeah, because I'm a crafter. Aren't we all? To differentiate yourselves and stand out from your peers. Ooh, so we're gonna have some clout. Okay, I can get with that probably. Before diving into the details of crafting, it's worth noting that there are three main pillars to revamp professions: crafting orders, okay, profession specializations, okay, crafting and gathering with quality. In this preview, we're focusing on crafting with quality. Before diving into that topic, a quick summary of the other two for context. Okay. So, oh yeah. So, before I get into the summary here on this post, previously on the last post, I think he was the lead developer. I forgot his name. Maybe his name is here. This one just says by Blizzard Entertainment. But the last time it was by, I believe, the lead programmer. He sounded like he was the lead programmer. He was like in the middle of coding professions. This was about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. And he was talking about, crafting orders. He didn't go into details. He didn't really flesh out because they were very, very early in the stages of as they were developing this crafting orders. But he did go into specializations a little bit. He just kind of touched on. Basically touched on everything. But this post I'm expecting to be very detailed. Just my thought on that so far. So now we're going to go into crafting orders, and we're going to see what they have to say. Crafting orders are a new way for you to place an order for almost any Dragon Isles crafting recipe using an auction house-like interface. This new service will be provided to you nearly free of charge by representatives of the Artesian Consortium, a new trade organization recently founded with its first branch in the Dragon Isles. Okay. So we gotta go to like a trade organization, kind of like a guild, I guess. Trade Artesian Consortium. When placing an order, there are three options that you can set for who can fulfill it. Available to anyone, guild members only, or a specific individual. Tradable reagents can be provided by you or the crafter, while certain special reagents may only be provided by one or the other. In particular, soulbound reagents will often need to be provided by you when placing an order for a soulbound item. Okay, so this sounds very, very different from what we're accustomed to so far. Because so far, as long as I've been playing World of Warcraft, you were just you craft an item and you throw it on the auction house and it's kind of free for all whomever gets it. There was no like no branding. This kind of sounds like there may be some type of branding involved. Like I am Darian's, I am Malachite. That's one of my characters. This guy's an enchanter, so I could be possibly known on my server as my character named Malachite, and be crafting enchants, and people would be able to come to me exclusively, possibly, to fulfill that, and then I could become known throughout my specific server, and maybe it'll be something like that. But we're gonna read on here. But that sounds very interesting. I don't recall it being in that manner before. I can tell you what I did before. Like I used to sell services, And those services, when I was advertising them in trade chat on different characters, I would always say, hey, this is by my main character, whatever character I was maining at the time. And I'm doing this service. Like I used to run raids, GDKP. I think that's Gold Dragon Kill Points. But I was known on this. The point I'm trying to make is that I was known on my server during Rapid Lich King for running raids and making everybody got paid and everybody got their items, and it was pretty nice. So I'm wondering if this is going to have some similar outcome, like you will be known on your server, like this is the guy you go to. That's interesting. So we got a little window here. Can I make that? Let's get that whole thing there. Oop. How do I get okay, it's mostly there. Amplify power. We got some reagents here. Duration. Posting fee looks good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I would love to have this for tomorrow's raid if you can get it done in time. Thanks. So they are noting to the crafter specific requirements or a time limit in this particular example, which could very much, absolutely will be a possibility. Like, hey, I need this now. Can you do it for me? So that means being a crafter could be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week kind of thing. That's very fascinating. You will also be able to customize the order further by including various optional reagents depending on the recipe, dictating exactly what you want to be crafted. For example, many equipment recipes will allow you to specify secondary stats similar to missives from Shadowlands. Once you are finished customizing the order, you will decide on an offered commission to the crafter, pay a small posting fee, and send it off. Okay. Once you are finished customizing the order, you will decide on an offered commission to the crafter, pay a small posting fee, and send it off. So is that for the... Wait a minute. I'm a little confused. Once you are finished customizing the order. So this is not the crafter. This is the one that wants the item to be crafted. That's what they mean here, I suppose. The one that wants the item crafted, once they customize it, you decide on what you're going to pay them, and then the posting fee and send it off. I don't know. That just made me a little confused for a second there. And we got auction light interface. That looks exactly like the auction house. It's just another tab. Well, that is the auction house actually. But anyway, crafting can then view these crafters. Okay, I was right. Craft before it was the person that wanted it crafted. That sets the price, I suppose. Or they decide, I don't know, they'll go into more details for a second. Crafters can then view these orders, fill in any missing reagents, craft the item, and collect the commission, minus a small cut for the Artisans Consortium, of course. The finished item will then be delivered to you in the mail. I wonder, is there going to be a time delay for that? I hope it's instant. I don't want them waiting all day to get their item, especially if it is a time-sensitive item, like they need it for a raid that night. On the other end of the transaction as a crafter, this will be a great new way for you to earn gold, increase your skill, and most importantly, help craft for your friends and guildmates. If you focus on quality and customer service, you might even build up your own following of customers and lock in steady business. That sounds like a plan. Okay, I can get with that. I wish that highlight would highlight differently. And most importantly, help craft for your friends and guildmates. I'm crafting for anybody. Everybody's a customer. Everybody's a customer. I'm not even in a guild. I just solo pretty much. But if you focus on quality and customer service, you might even build up your own following of customers and lock in steady business. I'm with that. Profession specializations will allow you to specialize in your primary crafting and gathering professions. Once you've reached a high enough skill, you will earn specialization points through a variety of activities and get to spend them to permanently improve different areas of your profession. We're talking about profession specializations here. This will be one of the main ways you can differentiate yourself from your peers, as there will be many areas of each profession to specialize in. More to come on this feature a bit later. Okay. Crafting with quality and its effects. New to World of Warcraft is the concept of crafting quality. both for crafted items and many gathered reagents. This is not to be confused with rarity, such as common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary, which will remain unchanged and isn't directly related to crafting quality. Crafted equipment will have 5 levels of possible quality, while many others crafted and gathered items such as potions and ores will have 3 levels of quality. Excuse me. So crafted equipment will have 5 levels of quality, and consumables and gathering items will have 3 levels. Okay. Crafting quality icons: one, two, three, four, five. Simple, to the point. Like the one uh, picture. What do you call that? The one picture denoting one, the two and the three denoting three, the four. What is that called? Sapphire, diamond, and then you got the big hexagon type thingy. With that, okay. For crafted equipment, quality will primarily modify item level, with each level of quality increasing it by a small amount. For example, a piece of crafted leveling gear might be item level 270, 272, 274, 277, 75, 76, 77, 77, 78, 79, 8. That's okay. First, the 270, 272 to 274, that's an increase by 2. 270, 274 to 277, and then 277 to 280 is an increase by 3. In all cases, the goal is to have quality matter enough for it to be worth your efforts to achieve higher qualities without having the gains be so large that the lowest quality versions don't feel worthwhile. Yeah, we don't want another situation with like Shadowlands, where the disparity between the crafted legendaries, it was so large that nobody wanted all the. Well, it was a combination of things. I think this is a little bit related. When you were crafting legendaries, you had to make so many garbage items that the market was flooded with them. We wanted to recoup some of our costs. As a crafter, I'm not typically farming for mats. I'm buying them from my providers. I got people in the auction house. I had people in the auction house. I had people that I met in trade chat. I had people just I met out farming. That's what they exclusively did. They were gatherers. So I would buy items directly from them without the auction house, or I would buy them from the auction house. But the point I'm trying to make is that as a crafter, I'm typically getting off the auction house unless I have a provider. And there were a flood of unusable items throughout the process of crafting that the lower quality ones just did not sell. They were trash. Literally, I had to like vendor them. And that's such a waste. It's like I went through all that work and there's nothing really to show for. I mean, I did get, a higher skill level, I suppose, but I want to craft items to sell them, not to vendor them. So what they're saying here is that quality matter enough for it to be worth your effort. I like that. Worth your effort to achieve higher qualities without having the gains be so large that the lowest quality versions don't feel worthwhile. In Shadowlands, the lower quality versions were not it's not that they didn't feel worthwhile, they were trash, vendor trash. For crafted items such as consumables that have quality, the effects of the quality are a bit more varied. For most, a higher quality result in a more powerful effect. But in some cases, it might come in other forms of variation, such as a longer duration, more charges, etc. Note that there is an expectation that low quality versions of these items will sell for less, but this will provide a niche for those who don't want to spend a lot of gold to be able to make use of the full suite of crafted items. It will also be cheaper to craft lower quality versions of these items for a variety of reasons. Hey, as I observe, when I put my sales and revenue and profit loss and cancels on an Excel spreadsheet, little gold adds up. It does. I'm a nerd like that. I put my World of Warcraft on Excel, full Excel with the little pie charts and everything like that. I made so much money from crafting a large amount of, say there's a net profit of like 4 gold, 5 gold. Well, when you sell it 1,000 times or a couple thousand times, those little 4, 3, 4, 5 gold adds up. It does. And over the course of 8 months, it added up to several million because I was selling so much. And I was selling, vast quantities of like cooking items. Very low profit, but I sold so many, more than made up for it over the course of 8 to 12 months that I recorded my revenue and put it in Excel. So little goal adds up. That's what they're saying here. That's what I'm taking it for. Now we got alchemy recipes, potion of frozen focus. Got example. So difficulty 200, crafting skill 33, resourcefulness 22, inspiration. Looks interesting. This must be the crafter's crafting uh, tab thingy. That's fine. For reagents that have quality, the quality value will serve as a major input into crafting. Crafting with higher quality basic reagents will directly provide bonus skill when crafting with them. More on that below. For reagents that have quality, the quality value will serve as a major input in crafting. Crafting with higher quality basic reagent will provide a direct influence. More on that below. Finishing reagents are a new type of reagent that can be used to improve aspects of the crafting process, increasing skill or crafting stats, for instance. Higher quality versions of these will have stronger effects on crafting. So we're looking at blood salt, and we're looking at the finishing. This is example finishing reagent. We got crafting quality 1, 2, and 3, and increase inspiration by 9, crafting speed by 15%, 9 and then 12 and then 15, 15 and then 20 and then 25. Now, when I'm looking at this crafting speed, that's new. Well, it's not new, but it's being emphasized here. So I'm leaning toward that crafting items may take significantly longer. If they're going to increase it by 25%, I mean, I know it's an example, but if they're going to increase something by 25%, how long is it taking initially? Because I know, like flask and cooking food and uh, gear, that has a crafting time, but it's, I mean, knocking 25% off of 10 seconds or, well, it does add up, but I'm thinking like currently, like knocking 25% off of something that crafts in like 3 to 4 seconds or even 10 seconds, that's not that big a deal. It will add up, but I'm just wondering, is there going to be a massive increase in crafting speed? And that makes me think about the other previous example they stated before, that hey, I need this item by raid tonight. Well, what if that item takes a very long time to craft? I'm just trying to put two and two together here. Conspiracy theory. Maybe they're going to vastly increase the crafting speed. I mean, vast